going on, everybody? It's Papastones coming back with another video. Get a nice little view today. I'm doing some driving. I figured I got stuff to do when I get home, so I just do it while I'm driving. I just wanted to talk about PQs. On Saturday went to mine. Before I talk about my results, anything else, I want to say it was really cool, honestly. I got to go. Someone from my locals ended up getting second, so that was cool for him. Super hyped up. He watches the channel sometimes also, so if you're watching this, much love to you. We watched your games on the stream while we were heading home. And then I got to meet somebody who also watches my channel who's not from around where I'm from. So that was super awesome, honestly. Shout out to Samuel Gray on YouTube. I really appreciate you coming up, saying hey. It was super awesome, honestly. Like, I didn't think I'd ever get to the point where I'd get to have interactions with people who watch my stuff. So it was much appreciated. On to the PQ itself. I went and played Boba Green. I ended up going 5-2. I didn't make the cut. I think I ended up in 20th place. It could have been better, obviously, right? But I misplayed, I think, one game that cost me. And then there was another one where I just kind of bricked out in my other loss. And then my tiebreakers obviously weren't good enough to make top 16, top 8, whatever. But overall, I had a good time. Went up with a couple buddies. Talk about my matchups. I figure if you want the deck list, I can put it down below. I imagine not so much because set 3 is right around the corner. But round 1, I played against Sabine Red. I 2-0'd that. And after that, I thought it was going to be a breeze through the rest of the event, which sounds kind of crazy, but my hands were insane both games. I opened like Bazine McClunky resupply both games into like an overwhelming barrage. And I was like, if I draw like this all day, I'm going to go 7-0. You know, there's no chance. Like, then I shouldn't have been thinking that, because game 2, I played against Old Han Green. 30 point, and that one I drew pretty poorly. I ended up stealing game 1 off of him. I was at 29 HP, and he played a Falcon. I no good to me. He claimed, while still at I think 8 or 12 on base, and I had a Maul, Boba with an armor. And then I ended up having 2 blasters in the row that I could put enough damage in. There was another unit, I forget, maybe Bosk, I don't remember. The math was there. And so I stole that game, and then games 2 and 3, I just kind of got behind, didn't see an early ramp, got DJ Tech comboed once. Like, it was just kind of, I almost had the third game, I believe. I had a fire spray up, and he was at 26, and I was like, okay, I just need to hit with fire spray, and he had a bright hope on the open, and I was like, okay, well, I have a Bazine, then I can smuggle a blaster, and that puts him at 29, but from there, it was like, well, I was basically dead, so that happens sometimes. I don't know if I misplayed that one, but it was good games regardless, so I don't have any regrets on that one. Game 3, I lost again, so I was 1-2 at this point. I lost to Boba Red 30. That one was where I think I misplayed. I went for a more greedy line. Like, at some point, I just started racing base damage. And, like, I had a Boba leader with an armor, and I could have traded it into his leader Boba that I had no good to me dead. Like, it was coming up next turn. I could have traded into it and taken it out and tried to play the long con, but I had him so low, and I was like, okay, well, if I don't trade into it and I draw a hot shot off the top, I win in 1 action. That's GG. Worst case, I had a barrage in hand, so I was like, I can clear. as long as he doesn't draw a surprise strike, then I should be fine. And as you would know it, I did not draw a hot shot off the top, and he did draw the surprise strike. So my barrage couldn't clear enough to not die in the next action. If I would have cleared the Boba, I would have lived. But I don't know. It was a greedier line, but I think it was the more optimal line. But I don't know. Can't really go back and figure it out if I would have won or not. But you live and you learn. Sometimes you got to take slower options, but maybe it would have turned out differently if I did. Yeah, so I won out from there, and then, like I said, ended up going 5-2. I played Boba Yellow, 2-0'd that. I played another Old Han Green, and then I 2-0'd that one. What did I play? Round 6, I played against Grand Inquisitor Blue with the Security Complex. 2-0'd that. That one was freaky, because, so GI Blue, if you do know, is generally like a very fast-paced, very aggro, you know, and like I was like, okay, I'll side into my 2 waylays and my no good to be dead, my extra one, just in case. And like we went to like turn 7 or so, and I had nothing to do with my resources, so I played a Bazine and looked at his hand, and he brought in like super laser blasts and crate dragons out of the side, and I saw those and I was like, okay, well, I guess it was a good thing I ended up playing this Bazine here, because I was about to get blasted. But still ended up winning that one. And then my last matchup was against another Boba Yellow that I 2-0'd. It was a really good time, honestly. Obviously, I wish I ended up winning, or no, not even winning, I guess, but making top 8 or top 16, getting like a promo to show. But you can't win them all. Like, you got to know that going into it, so you got to be at least having fun while you're playing the game. And like I said, I had a good time. Hopefully next time I'll do better, but at the end of the day, you never know. I'm all ready for set 3 now. Time to lock in and keep grinding, doing my thing, you know what I mean? But yeah, I just wanted to go over how my results went and how the PQ was. We had like 7 or 8 people come up from the Eugene area, and like I said, one of the guys who plays locally ended up making the finals and losing to Boba Yellow, which won it all. He was on Sabine ECL, which feels bad. I mean, he had a decent matchup in the top 8, an okay-ish matchup, not great, but in top 4 that he ended up winning. And then in the finals, you got Boba Yellow, which is Sabine's nightmare. So yeah, but shout out to him. Also shout out to the Take the Initiative page. They brought all their equipment. They were the ones who streamed the event, like had the setup there. I know it was on, like, I think it was Bucket Heads and Late Night Gaming and stuff. But the Take the Initiative dude had the setup there. So shout outs to him for putting up a stream so people could watch. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let me know how your PQs went, if you played in some. And until next time, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, or if you have not already, drop a thumbs up for me, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace!